Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to create a website with Notepad. And what you see here is the website that I created. So I'm going to show you how to create this website. So let's scroll a little bit down, and then this is the website. Alright, so to create this we're going to use Notepad. So first let's start Notepad, okay? Alright, so I started Notepad here. So first, what you need to do, you need to create a folder on your desktop. So let me create a folder on my desktop. So go and new folder, and right here website in website. All right, now so let's open this folder, and inside this folder we're gonna create let's open our Notepad, and we're gonna save the document over there. All right, so first what you need to do here, you need to create a doc type. So first the doc type, close it, and create an HTML tag, and the language is English, so English. All right, and close it now, and come down here and close the HTML tag. Okay, so and come up here now, open a head tag, and come down here and close the head tag. Okay, this is the header file will be here. Now open the body tag, and then come down here and close the body tag. All right, so inside the head tag I'm gonna create a title tag. Okay, that will be a title of my page. So I title and close the title tag. All right, so inside the title tag let's write website in Notepad. All right, now I'm gonna create a link for my style sheet and my image. So let's go back to our folder. Okay, let's go back to our folder here, and then I'm gonna create two small folder here. So the first one will call, this is where I'm gonna save my external style sheet. All right, so I call it CSS. All right, so I create another folder, and I call it images. All right, so all my images will be in this folder. All right, so and then I have already all my images are here, so you can see all these images in the link below. I will leave the link below. Okay, so and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy all this, and then I'm gonna come to my image, and I'm gonna just paste it in. All right, so these are all my images. All right, so let's go back to here. All right, so first here we have to save this. So let's create file, save as, and then I will save it inside my folder, and I call it home. And here I come save as, and select all files. Make sure that you add that HTML, that's the hypertext markup language extensions. This will allow you for all browser to read your page. All right, and let's create save. So let's go back to our folder here, and then let's open our folder. All right, so this is website in Notepad. This was your title tag. Okay, all right, so now inside here I'm gonna create so let's come to the body tag, and I create first let's go back to the head tag here, and then right here I'll create a link. So this is a link, and I call it link. For here will be my style sheet. So here, and I call it style sheet. Style sheet. All right, and the type of the style sheet will be a text like CSS, which is cascading style sheet, and the reference will be here, the location of my folder. So CSS style and I call it, let's say, legend.css. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna create inside my folder called legend CSS. CSS. So let's close back here. So this is, let me copy this. Alright, so I can copy, and let's go back to my folder here, and then inside the CSS style sheet I'm gonna create so let's come here and create file new. I create a new first, before going, I have to save this file, save, okay, and then file new, and here, and then I save this as here, and then I paste here, this is legend.css, okay, and then call all file here and save. Alright, so if you want to see it, what I did, I just create inside my folder that I created website, I create two folder, and here I add legend.css. That's a cascading style sheet, okay. Alright, so and then let's go back to our here, let's go back here. Alright, so first actually let's go back to our folder here and open this, open with call it notepad. Alright, so let's close this, and there it is. Alright, so now, and I'm gonna create another folder here, another link for my link for my images. Alright, so this is gonna be the icon, and high reference will be images slash that's my favicon. We're gonna create a favicon and on it, okay, and then here got type, that's a favicon, okay, and then close this, okay. This favicon is what you see on the top of the page, on the corner, top left corner, okay. Alright, so now everything is done. Let me just save this, and then let's come to the body tag. So first I'm gonna create now let's say a div, and then I'll close the div, and then I'll close the div down here. So here inside the div I'll create an ID. So an ID will be equal to, I'll call it container, okay. So I will style this container in my style sheet. Alright, and then I'm come here, I create another div here, and then and I come down here, I close that div, okay. So inside that div I call this one my ID. This is called navigation. That's my navigation bar, okay. So the container. So and then inside my navigations, that's where I'll create my unordered list. All right. So I call UL here, and come down here, close the UL tag. So I come up here, and then I call this an ID equal call this one nav menu, okay. Now inside the nav menu I want to create my list item, okay. So I open the list tag and close the list tag. Alright, and then inside the list tag I create here an anchor tag and close the end. So the way I program, I always like to open and close. This will allow you to not make any mistake, you know. And then inside the list item, so I create come home, that's HTML. Alright, this is what I created earlier, and inside here it's called home. All right, so what I'm gonna do, this home.html, so I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna come down here and paste it one time, and then come again down a second time, and then let's say I create nice. So here I'll just make this one empty, 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 and here I'll call it, let's say scientist. All right, and then down here I call it philosopher. All right, so down here I call it leaders, and I'm gonna create the last one, copy and come down here and press this and come down here, and then this one I'll call it contact. All right, so if you want to see this, so let's Control S, that's save, or you can come here and press just save, and then so come to here and refresh this. All right, so your here is called home.html, and this is the list of your items. Okay, all right, so everything is starting coming up. So now let's go back to a notepad here. So now inside this this div container, which is the div container here, which is, so I just make a comment here and open container. Okay, so, and this is how you put comment, and down here, so this was div, so I guess this div was this div, and this div was this div. Okay, so this is another comment here. All right, so, and then this is called end container, so you can see everything is inside the container. All right, all right, so now Control S, save. All right, so now let's start styling our body. So let's go to our style sheet. All right, so my file here, this is my image. Let's go back here. So inside here, let's style our style sheet. All right, so our style sheet is here. So now, since we create a link to that style inside our folder, so here let's create, let's say the body will be on so open the body and then close it. So inside here I'll create a font family. That's the font family. I'll choose the Lucida Grande. Alright, and then Tahoma, and this is Verdana, and Arial Sans Serif. All right, so, and then let me put this one better. All right, so come down here. Okay, I'm gonna start it so you can see this. This has to be cool. All right, so start here, and then here now let's create a background. So background of my body's color would be on black, which is 0 0 off. All right, so let's close this. So let's press Control S and let's come back to our browser here, and let's press F5. All right, so that's the background is dark. All right, so let's continue. Now let's go back here in our style sheet, and there's two style sheet. What is this style sheet? I don't want this. All right, so here let's put this one. So now here let's so we create a container here we create a container, div id container. So I'm gonna style the container. All right, so to style this, let's go back to our style sheet here. So I'm just gonna drag this in the side here and put this one a little bit down so you can see. So okay, my container, since I use the ID, which you to style in the style sheet you have to type pound, and now it will be connected to the container. All right, open this and come down here, close it. So come inside here, and then let's have the width. The width of our container will be 10 ADP. Let's say 10 ADP pixel. All right. So the margin will be 0. This will center everything, the page into the center, and the padding will be 1 pixel, and then the background color of our container, I will just put it black. I already put it black over there, but you can use 0, 0, 3 times. This is the CSS3, okay? Oh, this keep coming, and then close it. All right. So basically, this will Control S, and when you come here and put F5, and then just refresh it. See, it shifts a little bit back here, so this will center everything in a center like that. This is 0, 2, and the padding was 1 pixel. All right. And then let's go back here. Let's continue styling. So, and now let's go back here. Now I want to style. So I want to style now our navigation. So let's style this navigation here. All right. So let's go to the style sheet here, and then so navigation. And then first even the navigations, let's navigation, I can create a banner that will display my page. So if I could do that, and then so the container, so before the container here, and let me import some pictures, my logo and everything. No, before, so let's just a navigation. Let's just start the navigation here. You can do that here. All right, so let's say here pound, and then navigation. Okay, navigation. All right, so let's open it and come down here, close. So inside here, let's put the height. The height will be 60 pixel. So, and then the border, I want the border to be 3 pixel, 3 pixel solid, and let's create I don't know which one, but let's take E3, and close it. And then the margin will be top. All right, so the margin will be on top, and let's say 5 pixel. All right, so my background now, I'm gonna import my background color. So the background will be background image. The background image will be, so that's how you add the background. So let me close it. So inside here, this go to the folder, and my folder here inside the background is called image, right? Let me go back here, image. So I'm gonna link that image. So it's the images, and then and my picture is the background. Let's say background underscore pic. So let me put this one a little bit so you guys can see, and pick that PNG. All right, PNG. So Control S. So these pictures is inside my images here. Background, I call it background picture. All right, so let's Control S, and then if there's no mistake, so let's go back here and let's press F. Let's refresh it. All right, so it gives you this background images, but this need to be very cool, so we can style this later on. All right, so first I'm gonna add the logo here on top. All right, so in order to do so, let me go back here. So here inside my navigation container, just below container here, I'm gonna import my header and my Google images. All right, so in order to do so, I create another div here and I close the div here. So make sure the div is inside here after the container. All right, so inside the div I'll create my first image. So my image, and then when you open the image, so you can close it. It doesn't need any closing tag. Okay, so the source of the image will be, so images / header _ logo .png. all right, so I'm just gonna make sure that this is the image, so logo _ png. So if I come to my folder and image, so logo, so this is header, so this is my my logo. All right, header _ logo. So all right, so and then this is inside the div now, and then let's come back here, press enter, so and come down here. Actually I'm gonna put this one down here, and here let's create the image, but this time my image is the Google logo. all right, image. Now the source file equal images / Google.jpg. all right, so and that's the extension, and then I'm gonna style this because look at what's gonna happen. So if I press Ctrl S, or you can come here, save, and let's come to our browser here, and if I refresh here, so it gives this logo here, but this, I want this to be on the right hand side. Okay, so I'm gonna float this right. So let's come back here, and then not here. all right, so here now I need to create a style, and then float right. all right, so I'm gonna float this right, and then Control S and come back here. You have to save it, and then let's refresh this. all right, so it's floated to the right. all right, so everything is starting coming up. So let's go back. So now let's come to our here. So here now I want to style the, you see this nav menu, I want to style now this nav menu, but I want to style the UL of the nav menu. all right, so let's bring our style sheet here. all right, so here now so let's say now I want the UL here, so I want the UL, and then found nav menu. all right, open this, come down here, close this. Always open and close. This will allow you to not make any mistakes. And then here I want to create a height. So the height is not the height actually. I will create the list style. So I want the list style type is none. Okay, list style type is none. all right, so Control S and come here and F5, and I took all the bullets out. Okay, this. all right, so and then let's come back here. Now this will take the bullet out, and then now let's create the font, and the font size, say font size, the font size, let's say 20 pixel, and then Control S, and then you can come here, and all right, so it gives you a little bit of font. Okay, and let's come back here. Now let me go back to the code here, and then here now let's style our list item. So we style the UL menu. Now UL love menu list item. All right, so in order to do so, we have to come here and then so create the UL, and so now nav menu, open this, come down here, and you put this one a little bit up and this one down. All right, so come here and then and then come here, close this. All right, so inside here let's create now so the UL li, sorry, this is to be li, the list item. All right, so now let's create a width. The width is 200 pixel. This will give you around a width 200 pixel, like a box. All right, and now in order to, so the text align and will be in the center. Text align in the center. Control S, and I'm just gonna show you this, and F5. All right, so it gives me already the box 200 width and text align. Nice, they are on center, but the nicest part is right here. When you come here and let's float onto the left, everything will be aligned horizontally. So Control S, and when you come down here, F5. All right, so everything is now aligned horizontally. Okay, so let's continue this, and then float left. Now I want the margin, so a margin between the margin, right, I would say 4 pixel. All right, so now let's align now the anchor tag. Okay, the anchor tag, so we align the anchor tag. So now let's do the anchor tag. Okay, so come here, UL pound nav menu li a, or we can just go a, and then come here. So inside here now I want the text decoration to be none. All right, so this will take so if you want to see this, Control S, check out, this will take the line out text. All right, it took the line out. Now let's come back here. All right, text decoration none. Now you want to display a block, display the block. All right, now this is where, and the width of each block will be 180 pixel, and the height will be 25 pixel. All right, so if you want to see that, Control S, and then come here, refresh it. All right, so this is now the blocks here. So this will allow you to click a mouse. When you come here, that's 200, and when you come here again, 200. All right, and so on. So let's go back here. Now I want you to see each block to be 180 pixel, which I will add the background. So the background, let's say I want the background color to be white, so you can see background color to be white. So that's FFF. All right, Control S. Now see, when you refresh this, now the background color is white. All right, so everything is coming smooth. So now I want the border for each one to be a radius. So if I add the border here is 1 pixel solid, and I use this, and then the border radius probably 5 pixel. Alright, Control S, save, and come here. Alright, you see the smooth border radius here. Alright, this looks nice. Alright, so now let me add now my banner here. Alright, so let's come back here. Now I want to go to my code. Alright, right here. Now here I want to add the banner, so the banner has to be somewhere here. So now after this div, so I'm going to create the banner inside here. Alright, so I create a div and then I close the div. In this case I'll just call it the ID equal banner. Those ones are called attribute. Okay, there's many type of attribute. There's a class attribute, there's a ID attribute, and so on. So inside and the banner, now I need to style this in my style sheet. So come here, style sheet. Alright, here now my banner, open this, close this. So let me put space here so you can see. Alright, so here, and then let me put space here so you can see. So inside here, my banner, the height of it will be let's say 295. I think my picture is 295, and then and the background image URL will be, let me close it, and inside here go to up folder, inside my images folder, and then there's a picture called lower peak that JPEG. Alright, if you want to see it, let's go see this image here. It's called this image. When you want to see this, let's go to my image here, and let me just resize this a little bit. So that's the folder called image, and inside here it's called lower peak. So lower peak will be this image. Alright, so now Control S, and then, or you can come here, file, save, and then let's go to our browser and then refresh this, F5, or you can F5. What's going on? Something is not happening. Let's go back here. What did I do? So so the div ID called banner, and then I want to start that ID banner, height 200, background image. Yeah, everything is background image, or URL images, lower underscore peak that JPEG. Close this. This should do it. Background and background size, the cover. Okay, background size will be a cover. So my URL is images. Everything is images. So it's file, save, come here, F5. Alright, so I don't know what's going on, and I was trying to figure it out, but let's go back. Everything is good here, so this should be, so control, I should save this, and let's go back to our code here. So the banner, everything, so Control S. Oh, okay, I probably didn't save this, and then refresh. Alright, so So let me read this code. People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So I like this code. So this is alright, so now let's now create our content here. Alright, so we continue. Let's come back here. Alright, so now I want to create a div. Let's go down, come here, div, and then close the div. Alright, so inside the div here, let's create an ID and call content underscore area. Alright, so inside here I wanna create an image. So this image will allow me to see all the pictures that are uploaded. So first, the first image will be image, and then inside there the source of the image will be located inside my images folder, and I call iapple.jpg. Alright, and the class I call it this keep coming, I don't know why. And the class I'll call it image. My image, this image will be left. Alright, so Control S, and then if I come here and reply, so I see an image on the left side here. Alright, so and then this is Steve Jobs. So now let's go back. I want to style that image class that I just created. So here, so I float the image left. The image is already left, but I can, let me style this. So since I create a class, let's go back here to my code and come back here. Alright, so I create a class here called image left. Right now, before going further, I want to create my content. So I can style first my content here. So pound ID pound content area. Alright, open, close, let me come all the way down here. So inside here, and then so my content area, I will float to the left, and then the width of the content will be 750 pixel. Alright, and then the margin will be let's, which margin should I take? Probably I don't know, 20 pixel, and to 0 to 20 pixel, up left, bottom right, and then 0, something like that. And then the padding, probably padding will be probably use 10 pixel, and then the border will be like 3 pixels solid. Probably I use E3, and then the color will be white. So if you want to see this, Control S, come here, Control S, and then come back here and press F5. Alright, so I had my content here, and then this is my content, and give me a padding and everything. So but I don't see any smooth transition. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to our code. So first on here, I create the image called image left. So I'm gonna style this image on the left side, and then that will be my let's say here, and the content area ID float left. So here the image, so since I use class, the class attribute use the dot inside the CSS style sheet. Okay, image, and I call it image left, close it, and inside here, if you use ID, you use pound. Okay, now I'm gonna float this, float to the left, and then margin will be, will be 0 pixel, 10 pixel, 0, and 10 pixel and 0, something like that. And the padding would be probably used here 5 pixel. All right, so and then here let me create something here, probably a content, a paragraph p says here believe, dream, imagine. All right, and then I want to copy this, probably Control S and paste. All right, so I'm gonna copy all this and come here, create probably 1, 2, 3, just to fill up the blank. Okay, so another 1, 5. All right, so this is the paragraph. So Control S. So if you can come here, F5. Okay, so all the images are here. All right, now let's come down. So let's go back here. Now I want to create another image. So in this case I will create another image here. So let me copy this one and to be able to, let me paste it here. In this case, now I want to choose another image, so I call this one ID image. So the source will be to my Edison. So this is gonna be Edison. All right, that JPEG, and I create the class called, yeah, it's gonna call right. All right, so and then let me copy this and come just down here and paste that. All right, so and then Control S. If you want to see this, come back here, press F5, and then you see another to my Edison here. All right, so let's come back here. Now I want to style my image. So image, and I call it image right. If I'm let's see, I call it image right, and here was image left actually. Here, come back here, I want this one to be image left, so I can understand. Now image right, so I open this and close this. So inside here I create, now I will float this image to the right, so float to the right. All right, and the margin, so the margin will be 0 pixel. The margin will be 0 pixel, so 10 pixel, 10 pixel, and then 0. All right, and my padding, and the padding will be I'll use 5 pixel for this one, also 5 pixel. All right, so Control S, come back here, F5. So so let me come back here, and this is not what I'm looking for. Not this one. So here on the 0, 0, 0. All right, so now I want a sidebar. So the content, now I want a sidebar. All right, so now and an image left, so I will create another one. I will copy this, Control S, Control C, and come down here and paste this. And here I will call it, probably I'll call it Tesla. Okay, Tesla, that JPEG, and I call this one image left, and the Control S, so So image that image left, that image right, float right. Okay, 10 pixel. Okay, 5 pixel. Now content area, so our content area is float left. Alright, so now I want to create a sidebar. So now I want to create a sidebar, so come here and open a div tag and come down here and close the div tag. Okay, so inside this div tag I want to create a sidebar ID called sidebar, and I want to take on 3 images. So first image called source image slash Abraham .jpg and close it. The second image, second source, query, and third image, images slash DaVinci .jpg, and JPEG down here is JPEG, JPG. Alright, close this. Alright, so and now this is ID sidebar. Let me style this ID, Control S here. Alright, so come back here. I want to style this sidebar, so it's pound and ID, so sidebar. Inside here I will float the sidebar to the right, and the width of the sidebar will be 250 pixel. Control S, let's see right here, and I want to create a sidebar. Alright, so this is my sidebar. I have 1, 2, so DaVinci, it was Abraham, DaVinci, and then query. What is query? Query is missing. The third one is query. Let me come back here. Oh, right here, sorry. And Control S, come back here. F5. There it is. Alright, that's my sidebar. So it's 250. Alright, so now let's continue. Sidebar, and then my sidebar, probably I'll get the, I think the height, probably add the height, and probably the margin, right? Let's add the margin. Margin is 20 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 20 pixel, and 10 pixel. Alright, and I will a smooth border. I like border. Now there's the border you can use. There's a way to write border in different browser, and I believe it's for Google Chrome. It's WebKit, so you have to add WebKit dash WebKit dash, and then you add this. In a later tutorial I'll show you how to do this, but this one and close that, and then alright, so Control S, and then come here. Remember, you always have to refresh it. Alright, so basically give me a border here. I don't like that border that much, but it's okay, it will do the job. Alright, so now from there let's continue to finalize our website. So here I need to add now a content, let's call it a content. Okay, let me put this one up. Okay, the problem is with notepad is you can make a sliding mistake, will give you a hard time. So make sure that everything is step by step, well written. All right, So if I come here, I want to add a footer to my website. In order to do so, and let's say here, and then footer. So here, inside the container, right? All right, so now I'll add the ID and come down here, close the ID, and the div ID will be, I call it footer. All right, and then I need to style this, but before styling it, I have to create a paragraph inside this. So put this one down a little bit. All right, so the paragraph would be, close the. All right, so inside the paragraph, and so let's write copyright 2014 and 2015, and then let's say I want to 2015, and let's say my website crazychangers.com, something crazychanger.com or something like that, crazy changer, and then all right, hold on, all right, reserved, right, reserved. Okay, all right, reserved. Now I want this to be a link, so in order to do that, you have to open an anchor tag here and come at the end here, close the anchor tag. Close the anchor tag. All right, so here, and I create a reference tag, and this one will link to, let's say, http www.smtutor.com slash let's say slash .com. all right, so on slash php slash html5 HTML5. all right, so if this is the link, so this will give you and then let's play now I want to style that footer, right? So let's go open our style sheet here. So I create the ID, so I use footer, pound footer, open this, close this, inside here, and I have so I clear first both. Now the width will be auto, and the height will be 20 pixel, and the padding will be 20 pixel. Let's come down here a little bit, and then I use the background, so I have a background color for that. So background image will be my URL. So this will take me to the up folder and take images, and the background underscore pic that png, and close it, and png. all right, and then the color of that will be black. all right, so let's close this, Control S, come back here, Control S, and then come here, and then let's refresh it. all right, so oopsie, what happened to my so what happened to this? Should be text align, should be okay. Let me come back here, something is wrong, my footer. So let me see the code again. So my paragraph here, ID footer, paragraph copyright. Oh, I didn't close this. Control S, come back here, F5. Alright, so there it is, and then I want this to be in the center. So text align needs to be in the center. So come back here, text align need to be in the center. Yes, come back here, F5. Alright, so when you click on this, and this will take you to a link. So it will take you to a link offside here, to external link. Alright, so but I want this one to open in a new browser, so the target will be blank. I want this to be this target need to be blank, so it can take you to a new page. Control S, come back here, save. Alright, so this will take you to here, but if I go back here, and then it says, now if I click here, it will take me in new. Yes, there it is. Alright, so on this is my tutoring site. So you can use here the $25 off if you register a new domain, a new hosting. So once you create a new website and a hosting, you can use this coupon code way cheaper to receive 25% off, or you can use you can get $9 off by using the coupon code called CHEAPERFOR. CHEAPERFOR is $9 off, or way cheaper is 25 off. Alright, so let's go back to our site and let me close this one out. Alright, so this is what I was promising you to create, and then this is what we created. Alright, so here also you can create a link for this, and in order to do so, you have to come here, and here when you say header image and header logo, you can create a anchor tag around this. So this will take you to if I open an anchor tag here and close the anchor tag here, alright, and then here, and you can create header and high reference, and let's say this is http://www. and smtutor.com/ let's say and HTML5, and then and here also you can have the Google, you can create a link. So let's check this, and the target, and I don't want the target to be blank, so it can be the same page, you can still see the same page. So Control S, if I come here, and then so F5, and then when you come here, it give you the link, and below here on the left corner it says, and when you click here, it will take you to the link. Okay, alright, so and yes, so I guess this tutorial was fun, and I hope it was not too long. And this is how you create a website with Notepad. And then and so if you have any comment, please leave below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, so we can keep in touch. Alright guys, and thank you so much, and this was fun. Alright, bye.